Nigerian girl who said no offense to me after saying those basic white girls. None taken. No, like honestly, I'm not offended because technically I'm not allowed to be offended because technically I am white, but then technically I'm not. See, let me explain. My name is Halima Ibrahim, neither of which are white names you may have noticed. You also may have noticed that I'm not that dark, or dark at all for that matter, or even brown. But if I stand next to that tall hunk of white cheddar, I look like old pages in a book. You know, the ones that have been exposed to too much oxygen, that they slowly start to deteriorate and turn yellow, as if they're some ancient relic clinging on to whatever they can despite being oftenly regarded as nothing. The reason I don't have a white name is because my mom is white and my dad's Egyptian. Yeah, I'm not white, but I am. But then I'm Egyptian, so Mediterranean and Arab and African. But Egypt isn't in Africa, it's in the Middle East. One, the Middle East is a made-up term that defines the countries located in Western Asia and Northern Africa, majority populated by Arab residents. Two, look at a map. You don't see me as African. They claim Cleopatra is an African queen, despite the fact that she was Greek, most likely with skin lighter than me. They say 2% of Rhode Island's population is mixed, but that can't be quite right, because they're the same demographics that count my Upper Egyptian father as white. So in that case, 73% of Rhode Island is white, but how much of that is other? How much brown will you race on paper? See, I am neither black nor white, brown nor beige, light nor dark. I am gold. Gold as the desert sand in the boiling heat under Ra's bright sunlight. I am gold as the jewelry my ancestors wore around their necks, because yeah, you bet I was a queen. No, Pharaoh. I am gold as the eagle on the flag raised against political injustice in 2011. Gold as the hearts of my people who never stood down for what they thought was right, even when attacked with tear gas and rubber bullets by their own protectors. My family may not have a history of slavery, but I know what it feels like to be ripped away from my home. I am not some basic white girl. I am two precious metals melted down, mixed into something sacred. A new generation who don't quite know where to stand in, that makes kids begging to belong. I don't belong anywhere. There has never been a box to check off, but the bullshit demographics reach further than registration papers. I look into a mirror every day and ask myself, who am I? For in America, I am the Egyptian girl, but in Egypt, I am the American. I am a foreigner to my family. Skin too dark for my mother's, but far too light for my father's, and neither's tongue quite fits to mine. What am I? I am an outcast to whatever soil I stand on. I'm still learning what to call my first language. My parents say I was once fluent in Arabic, but when I lived in Egypt, all the conversations I remember are in English. In school, my classmates would portray their native tongue so that they could practice my language. My grandmother's city is located in what used to be called the City of Gold. I carry her name with me, an old, obsolete name like Dolly. Whenever I meet another member of my father's family, it is as if my name is what affirms that I am family, but I don't say it like an Egyptian. My accent is too foreign. My tongue is too whitewashed. I don't say my name correctly, because if I try, Halima, it never quite belongs to me. I carry one grandmother's name while I have the other's face. I am the spitting image of Brenda Maripes, so Mediterranean on both sides, but from across the sea, I carry an Egyptian name with an Italian face, but Julius Caesar wouldn't recognize me, because I am not a part of Cleopatra's family tree. I don't belong to that part of the Nile, no. Nefertiti's blood runs through me. Look at me. What part of which culture do you see? Because never once is there ever some sort of in-between. I'm always caught at a crossroads. With my white friends, I never shut up about my heritage, but with the others, I wait for confirmation that they see me as kindred. Because for half my life, I didn't realize the term person of color could apply to me until freshman year of high school, when all the new black and brown kids started hanging around me, because in the sea of white, East Greenwich, I was familiarity. Tell me, what part of which culture do you see? Because my privilege is held in the hands of whoever is talking to me, what they see. My mother's white skin is often erased by the scarf she wraps around her head, but she carries the weight of what her ancestors have done knowingly, that she gets to speak on behalf of our Muslim community because she's the only familiar face you see, blue eyes and trustworthy, but my eyes reflect pools of honey. My skin is camouflaged to the Sahara and as soft as its sand dunes. My lips smile wider than the Nile on high tide. My hair, with each curl, holds the pride of Hatshepsut and Nefertiti combined. I try to walk with their pride, for to walk like an Egyptian is to stand tall with your head held high. It's hard when my tears don't translate into the language of the Nile, but I'm learning how to swim through its currents. I am an old book with yellowed pages, an ancient relic belonging to the first great civilization. I am a daughter of el-Dunya, mother of the world. So to the Nigerian girl who said no offense to me after saying those basic white girls, none taken, but I'll take my payment in gold.